Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, still with our coverage of the fourth edition of the World Youth Forum being held in the Red Sea resort city of Sharm el-Sheikh. And on the significance of this forum, we're glad to be joined here at the studio by engineer Montasser Attar. He's a mechanical engineer, and he was honored by President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi in 2018 in one of the youth conferences for his special invention, which he will be telling us about in this edition. Thank you for joining us, Montasser.
Thank you, Naveen. It's my pleasure to be here. And let's talk about the biggest event now in Egypt.
Yes, of course. We're going to talk about the World Youth Forum, but before starting our talk or our discussion on the World Youth Forum, the fourth edition, I would like you to tell us about the fact that you were honored by President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi in 2018 in one of the youth conferences for your special invention. You invented a smart bike, right?
Yes.
Tell me about your invention.
Simply, the honor was on my graduation project. This bike was my graduation project from mechanical engineering. Actually, I was dreaming to make a project that can add value to the community.
Yes.
I believe that we as engineers, we must have a positive impact to the community. Mm-hmm. So I decided to make the first Egyptian smart bike.
Yes.
To be as a green solution in the transportation industry,
right.
made with Egyptian hands.
Yes.
To be a milestone in the huge industry that called micromobility industry.
Okay. And you were awarded or honored by President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi in a national conference, or it was a national conference in 2018?
Yes, actually it was the most highlighted moment in my life and my career. The honor was a very powerful step for me in the project and on my entrepreneurship journey. And actually it was the biggest and most happiest moment in my life.
Yes, right. Montasser, we're going to move now to the fourth edition of the World Youth Forum currently being held in Sharm el-Sheikh. Of course, a great event. A large number of youth from 196 countries are attending the conference. We've seen a spectacular opening ceremony. We've seen the positive vibes among the youth. How did you follow the opening ceremony? How are you following the events of the forum? How do you see the significance of youth attending from 196 countries and and gathering in one place? How important is this in empowering youth?
Actually, the World Youth Forum right now is going to be the biggest youth event in the world.
Yes.
And this is a great fact that all of us can see it. Under the support and supervision of the President el-Sisi, the youth impact in the community and especially in the Egyptian community led to a huge success. And of course, by the leading role for Egypt in the MENA region and Africa, we have to be leaders in empowering youth all over the world. Mm-hmm. And actually the World Youth Forum in its fourth edition, it's very different from the previous editions.
Ones.
Yes.
Yes.
In the organizing, in the atmosphere, in the topics, in the attendees, in the panels, in the discussions, all of things are going much greater and much powerful than the previous editions.
Yes, a lot of topics are being discussed at the conference, different sessions, among which is entrepreneurship, climate change, combating, of course, climate change, and the issues related to social protection, human rights, and COVID-19 and the world post-COVID-19. So yesterday, a very important session took place with regards to climate change. Yes. How do you see the significance of creating awareness among the youth with regards to climate change issues?
Really, the topic of climate change, most recently, it is the most important and dangerous topic that any forum or any event and all the world must give a focus for this topic. Actually, recently I'm an official Sustainable Development Ambassador from the Ministry of Planning and Economic Development. In the past 6 months almost, I have been through many trainings and powerful knowledge hubs focused in the climate change. Today's our world is very, very, very pressured and pushed towards the impact of climate change. Our weather here in Egypt year by year is going different. Our all over the world, the melting ice is going much greater,
Yes.
which is affects negatively on our food and our plants, on our environment, and even on our air that we are breathing. So we have to move forward as much as we can with all our power to make sustainable solutions for this topic.
Yes, just allow me to take this phone. We're glad to be joined over the phone by Dr. Niveen Iskandar, member of the Organizing and the Coordinations Committee. Good afternoon, Dr. Niveen.
Good afternoon.
Dr. Niveen, we've seen a special organization, excellent organization of the forum so far. We've seen disinfection being done by state-of-the-art technology and disinfection by robots. A large number of workshops were done before or ahead of the forum in preparation for the forum. Would you tell us about the organization of the forum and the different committees that are working in this regard?
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dr. Niveen Iskandar from CPYD. Really, it is a different edition of World Youth Forum this year because we have here youth from 196 countries. So we stand here from all of the countries in the world. So I think it is an amazing thing. And now private sector with ministers and governments and development partners stand here to discuss every problem after pandemic and how deal with it to solve our problems. And as you said, here in World Youth Forum, we use technology to serve everything to could deal with pandemic results. So I think there's a different editions, and as we here as youth, we learn everything from committees, from sessions, different topics discussed here to know how to deal with climate change, know how to deal with healthcare, know how to deal with technology transformation, and how learn from other countries to develop our country, Egypt. Yes.
Well, as you said, a huge number of youth are attending the forum. Youth from 196 countries are attending. We felt the positive vibes among the youth. Would you tell us how do you see the significance of this big number of youth attending the forum?
Okay, I think this big number is one of the benefits from this forum, because I met every day many people from many countries, and I discuss them what is done in, during the pandemic and how deal with online education and how deal with healthcare in the countries and what they feel about what happened during the pandemic. I think it is one of the most important things to know what others thinking, how others deal with results, and learn from them to make our future and more better than we could. Yeah.
Well, I would like to thank you very much, Dr. Niveen Iskandar, a member of the organizing committee. Many thanks for your insight. And back to you, Montasser. We were talking about the large number of youth, of course, attending the forum. How did you follow, how did you see the positive vibes among the youth?
There is a very clear positive feelings in the youth event now and the conference now. All the sessions, all the discussions, all the theater performance, all the sounds and all the songs that created in the event, they are brightful with energy. They are a very, very powerful energy and positive energy that can be transferred to all over the 196 country, and this very, very amazing youth and amazing young feelings that we must share to all over the world.
Yes, just allow me to go to this interview on the sidelines of the World Youth Forum, and ITV's correspondent Noha Alaa held this interview with Alioum Beidra Diop, speaker from Senegal. Let's have a closer look.
Okay, please, can you present yourself?
Okay, so hi everybody, my name is Alioum Beidra Diop and I'm from Senegal.
Can you talk please about your session today?
Okay, so I was nominated by the National Training Academy, which one I'm an alumni of the African Presidential Leadership Program. So I was nominated to make a speech about the experience we got here in Egypt during the African Presidential Leadership Program and the way that this program is actually participating to enhance and African youth who got an identity of Africa as African. And I would like to share this experience with youth coming all around the world.
And what do you think about this edition of the World Youth Forum?
Well, I would like to make a focus about the logistic that Egyptian country, as a dynamic country, they set up to organize this session, like this edition, during pandemic situation. It's really good and it's really important for us to make the statement about how Egypt as a country is facing the coronavirus, and from the airport to Sharm el Sheikh, all the protocol is respected. Every 48 hours people do PCR tests to see if they are positive or not, and unfortunately even people who got the virus here during the pandemic, they have specific protocol to take in charge and be sure that they recover well and participate to the World Youth Forum.
Is it your first time in Egypt?
No, I was here in 2019 participating to the African Presidential Leadership Program, but it's the first time coming to the World Youth Forum, and it's amazing to be here in Sharm el Sheikh.
What do you think about Sharm el Sheikh?
Sharm el Sheikh is the beautiful country. I'm quite sure that my wife and I and our little boy will come again.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
مسرح شباب العالم.
Welcome back, and still with our coverage of the 4th edition of the World Youth Forum, and still with my guest, Engineer Montasser. Engineer Montasser, you followed the different topics that were discussed at the different sessions, including sustainable development goals, and specifically talking about transportation. You have a very special interest in transportation and smart cities and digitalization. What's your take on that?
Actually, this topic and this issue is a very important one to be discussed in the World Youth Forum. The Sustainable Development Goals settled by the United Nations, all the world now is going much faster to achieve this vision and to achieve these goals. And of course, Egypt here and the government and the President El-Sisi are taking huge steps towards achieving the Sustainable Development Goals.
Yes, sure.
And one of the most sectors and segments in these goals are the transportation and sustainable cities and smart cities. And for my background and my background in my graduation project and my entrepreneurial project now that I'm going and I'm now actually manufacturing the first Egyptian smart electrical bike to be a short distance transportation solution in the cities and new compounds and new urban cities. This kind of transportation, all the world now are going to develop and to empower this industry. Especially it depends on the small distance and small areas, and also it is have a huge impact on climate change. Let me tell you that every bike anyone can ride it can decrease its footprint impact by almost 25% annually.
Yes.
And this a huge impact in the climate change. Also, all the cities now built in Egypt and the future cities going to be built, all are going in the 5G cities that focus on sustainability, how to make the city a sustainable city and smart city.
Yes.
And you can apply digitization and you can manage all the important aspects and important facilities in the city with your mobile app. This is the future, and you are going to conquer it.
Yes, sure. Montasser, tell me, what are your plans to promote your invention, the new smart bike that you are currently working on? How are you planning to market or promote this new bike worldwide?
Worldwide, yes, this is a great dream for me. Now I'm focused on my market, on my community here in Egypt. We in deep need for this kind of product and this kind of transportation solution. But let me and let all of us dream about why not we have an Egyptian product, Egyptian vehicles
this is what I
that
meant.
can be spread all over the region, the MENA region, the African countries, and all over the world. Why not we can see a startup called eJike, this is my project and my bike name, compete one day such
International.
Tesla. Why not? This is a
Yes.
dream, and
Sure.
our willing are going to achieve this dream, inshallah.
Definitely, we're looking forward to this.
I hope.
Another part of the forum, a virtual interactive platform for all those who couldn't attend the forum in Sharm el-Sheikh, allowing them to attend the event remotely. How do you see the significance of this taking place and allowing people who were not able to come to attend virtually?
This is a great step, of course. After the pandemic, all the activities and all our daily activities now switched to be virtual and be in a large distance. Now we have to adapt to this, and of course, for the next few years or the next decades, the virtual reality and the virtual attendance is the best solution for all the people all over the world. Now you can attend an event in Sharm el-Sheikh, and either you are in Africa, either you are in Europe, or either you are in even Asia. This is a great solution.
Also, state-of-the-art technology was used in disinfecting and using robots in disinfecting the venue of the forum. How do you see this?
It was a very brilliant idea in this forum, in this edition. You can see the robots taking tours around the attendees. You can see the robots spreading masks, spreading alcohols. All the disinfection rules are taken by an automated robots, and this is a huge step for the Youth Forum, for the Egyptian organizing, and this is very, very, very important aspect that we have to focus on the next all our events.
How do you view the importance also of the online application that was launched by the World Youth Forum for its participants and speakers?
As we said, Niveen, you have to adapt. You have to ride the train of the future. All the activities now are depending on your mobile app. So we have to spread our power and our capabilities to switch all the interaction and all the activities that we have to do it with a mobile app. Single click, you can do anything.
Right, let's go now to watch a group interview at from the World Youth Forum actually. Let's have a closer look.
Good morning, I'm Ahmed Sharif, Head of Academic Advising Department. It's a great honor and pleasure that my students and I are attending here at the World Youth Forum. And doing so, I'd like my students to shed some light on the importance of attending youth conferences and notably the World Youth Forum. Now, Kareem and Fatma, I give you the word now.
It goes without saying that attending such an international event that bridges the gap between the diverse cultures and traditions provides a valuable chance to the youth or Generation Z to get in contact with people from diverse backgrounds and of different personalities. In addition, attending workshops and talks that tackle various topics in a quite interactive way like women empowerment, global peace and climate change also plays a vital role in enhancing the skills and knowledge of this generation as well as shaping their futures.
The World Youth Forum is a place for us, an opportunity to express our thoughts, our potentials and dreams and make it real. And this cannot be happen without the discussions that we made with the decision makers from all around the world. We get closer to the world problems and how could we solve it.
Now, John and Jannah, what's your opinion on the keenness of the President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi on supporting the youth?
It's crystal clear that His Excellency President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi values the youth and knows that the younger generation has a crucial role in shaping not only our future but also our present. And we can all see that through the different initiatives that our President has launched in order to support the youth.
Yes, definitely.
Welcome back, and finally, Montasser, before we wrap it up, I would like you to send a message to world youth from your place here on this occasion and at the occasion of holding the 4th edition of the World Youth Forum on persistence and perseverance to reach one's goals.
I want to tell and say a message for all the Egyptian youth and all the worldwide youth. We as youth, we can change everything. We can change, we can empower, we can develop, we can dream, and this is the most important thing. And finally, we can achieve. So we have to believe in ourselves as much as we can.
Thank you very much, Engineer Montasser Al-Attar. Thank you very much for joining us, and of course, all the best of luck.
Thank you, Niveen. It was my pleasure, really.
Dear viewers, that brings us to the end of the coverage, our coverage for this hour for the 4th edition of the World Youth Forum. We will be bringing you minute-by-minute coverage for this edition of the World Youth Forum. Stay tuned for more coming up here on Nile TV International.